And we are ready to do it. Go. Here we go. Check 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. For recording purposes, can I get each of your names, please?
Yeah, Chuck Como, Simple Plan, drummer.
Sebastien Lefebvre, Simple Plan, guitar player. Yeah.
Let's do this. Coming down in 3, 2, and 1. Gentlemen, great to finally catch up with you guys.
I know, man. It's been a while.
It's been a while. I think one of the last times I saw you guys were doing charity stuff here. It was over at the old government, and it was that big food drive that you guys were a part of. And that was really an incredible event because there were so many Canadian artists that were involved, and you guys were like the big mainstay there. What was it like giving back the fans in that way? Because we know about your music and everything else, but this was a little different, though.
I think it was fun. It's always great for us to have a chance to to be involved and do our part, And I think with our foundation, we do a lot of that. And then if we can do some different things as well, like team up with different people and try to do something good, then we always jump on the chance. It's like we've been very lucky in our career to have good stuff and to have good things happen to us. So we try to help out a little bit.
Those good things. I mean, so many years you guys have been putting out great music. Think about the first time you guys got together. Did you ever think that the legacy would turn out the way it is?
No, I think you kind of always dream about it. Like one day we'll play on a big stage, and one day maybe we'll have a second album. You can never plan on it being the way it turned out. Like we're extremely lucky. We get to do what we love for a living, and we travel the world. And this is our 5th album now, and we're still together, the same 5 guys, like no lineup change, and that's pretty epic.
Yeah, I think like when you start out, you just want to, hopefully get to like a big level, like and have an impact. And then when you've been doing that for a few years, now what you start thinking about is, being around for a long time and not just having it for 1 or 2 songs or 1 or 2 albums, but being around for 15 years, 20 years. And, knock on wood, it's been happening for us. So we're very blessed.
How do you think your music has changed? I mean, I know in the beginning when I first met you guys, it was all about energy. But we get older. And our stories change because our families change. How do you think you guys have changed musically?
That's very interesting because I think the core of Simple Plan is pretty much remained the same. The energy, the essence, and sort of the honesty behind the music, that's still definitely there. But the 2016 version of that,
Yeah. I think our goal was to keep what made us who we are with this record. It was like really kind of go back to the roots in some ways, and it keeps you young, which is a good thing. But at the same time, kind of expand what we can be as a band. So it's like you have like 8 or 9 songs that are like a true classic kind of Simple Plan sound, and then you got like 4 or 5 that are just like us taking chances and having fun and kind of just expanding what it means to be Simple Plan. And I think that's it keeps the fan guessing and excited and shocked and surprised sometimes, and it keeps us I think engaged and having fun.
Okay, look, don't keep us in suspense. The name of the new album is what?
Taking one for the team, because that's what it's all about. Simple Plan's a team, We're like we've been together for so long.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say, and musically though, you kind of mentioned it was going back to the roots, but what are some of the stories that you guys are talking about this time?
You know what? It's a lot about our lives, like what we're going through, and there's lots of songs about it's. I feel this record is about empowerment. It's kind of like taking a stand and saying like, you know what, like this is who we are. We're not embarrassed by it. We're not gonna let people criticize it. Like it is what it is, and we're stoked on it, and we're happy, and we kind of want our fans to feel the same way, about their lives. And I think a lot of people go through tough times, and they kind of beat themselves up about certain things in their lives, and we want these songs to sort of hopefully make you feel like everything's gonna be okay, and that it's okay to be you.
You guys have always done that with all your albums. Why has the music always been on that positive note? I don't think I've ever seen you guys or heard you guys ever write something where it's like the world's coming to an end like some groups. You guys have always been about positivity.
Yeah, I think it's important for us to see the good side of things, and we have a song on this album that talks about that very well. It's called "Singing in the Rain," and with everything that's happening in the world, like the world is definitely not always a happy place, but you just kind of have to see the good and still try to make some good.
Well, I think like the reason why we do that in our music is because that's how we are when we're not playing music, like in normal lives, and that's kind of how we look at life, and I think it's in our song we're really frank and honest. Like sometimes life can suck and it's not always easy, and it's even though we've been in the band and it's been successful, there's been days where it's not easy to be, to sort of be who we are. It's normal. Like everybody goes through that. And I think that we use our music to sort of kind of remember that, hey, it's going to be all right. And just like in real life, like we can get through this, you know?
Yeah, well, that's definite. But definitely is a tour going to be happening with this album?
Absolutely. Like we're starting off in Europe, and then we're gonna do a Japan run, and then like very shortly after that, like going back to Europe, we're gonna have a Canadian tour, we're gonna have a South American tour. We're just gonna be everywhere.
How do you guys top yourselves? I mean, when you put out great music, awards, traveling to Japan and all these places, can you top yourself, or is it just all about living the moment?
I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's a bit of both. You know, you have to appreciate what you're doing, and you have to sort of remember what life in general is all about. You know, like we have families now, so that's very important as well. But being in this band has been a family for us for the past, almost 20 years now. So you just kind of try to enjoy it all.
You know what? Fans have been family to you guys. And for me, I feel like I'm family with you guys too for doing this for as long as we have. Guys, thank you so much for the interview. And website, Twitter, everything. Where do we follow you guys?
Simpleplan.com, @simpleplan, all over Twitter, Instagram, @simpleplan. It's easy.
Fantastic, guys. Thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you.